Allez, bonjour à tous les amis, bienvenue, j'espère que vous allez bien. Nouvelle vidéo sur The Outer World où on va continuer un petit peu l'émission. Alors je vais pas vous refaire toute l'histoire, bien sûr, ça prendrait un peu de temps, pour ça je vous laisserai aller voir les vidéos précédentes. Donc en gros, pour récupérer notre pièce pour le vaisseau, il fallait donc rediriger du courant. Ce que j'ai fait, j'ai pu récupérer la pièce de mon vaisseau, j'ai pu réparer mon vaisseau. Donc pour ici, on va dire que les missions principales sont finies, mais on va faire les secondaires. Donc, hop, on va continuer du coup. Et il faut récupérer des sous de concession.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Et voilà, donc maintenant qu'on a récupéré donc, sa redevance à lui, on va donc... Là je me demande si dans l'inventaire, j'ai toujours un petit pistolet. Oh, j'ai un pistolet 94, bah, on va l'enlever. Hop là. Et on va donc démanteler, hein, ça fait toujours récupérer des pièces. Voilà. Et parce que du coup, si vous avez vu la dernière vidéo, ou si vous l'avez pas vu, je vous invite à le faire. Étant donné que j'ai dirigé le courant vers le camp des déserteurs, et ben j'ai un petit peu la ville sur le dos. Donc là du coup on va récupérer donc les...
Got my
Bonjour monsieur.
sights on you.
Donc on va baisser l'arme. Ça fera toujours moins menaçant.
Our town collapses, then it was meant to be.
Work fortifies the spirit.
Donc pour l'instant ça va. J'ai pas trop les gens qui veulent me taper. J'ai envie de dire tant mieux.
Huh? Don't have to move. Hey. Hmm?
have my sights on.
Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please.
Ok, bon, on va récupérer l'argent de la personne ici.
You picked a fine time to visit, stranger.
Ouais, direct. Hein.
Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Voilà. Donc la deuxième. On va aller chercher le troisième.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a
Eh non,
spring
je ne viens
chicken.
pas
That's old Abernathy.
pour ça.
And what are you doing here? Visiting? Well, let me give you the grand tour. This here's my domicile, and there's the door.
Et ça, c'est la porte.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
Ah bah Parvati qui prend
I'd
la
steer
parole aussi.
clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that.
Ça va être un peu plus long de récupérer, lui.
I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I
Donc,
need you
ça
to
fait
break in, nab that medicine and bring it back to me.
une autre petite mission secondaire.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to.
Je vais faire confiance à
Reed would
personne.
have
Eh
wrote
oui.
me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Et alors, on va
You're
récupérer le
making a mistake
quatrième.
working for Abernathy.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good to...
I can't possibly cut anyone's hair in the dark. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Euh...
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do.
Une paire de ciseaux contre
Your idea
une...
intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Donc voilà, donc on a fini. Alors pourquoi il y a encore...
What can I do for you? Go ahead. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Ok, donc en fait c'est la loi du plus fort.
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
Donc du coup... ouais. Bon, ben on va aller voir pour les médicaments de monsieur, hein. On verra ce qu'on peut faire.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come. Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
Donc on y retourne, allez c'est parti. Oh, je l'ai pas vu, il est là lui. Le cimetière d'Edgewater. C'est vrai que j'ai même pas regardé s'il avait des tenues un petit peu meilleures. Bon, je pense à le faire. Ça sentira mieux comme ça. Et casser du 17. Voilà. Mhm. Allez, on va aller... c'était une balle dans la tête, c'était et compagnie. Ah oui, revendre les dents carrément. Voilà, on a trouvé
What can I do for you?
de quoi faire parler les gens.
You know about Eugene? How? You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He
Oui,
took
oui,
them
oui,
to
oui,
his
oui, oui, oui.
grave. More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an
Ben
IOU.
voilà. On a donc récupéré de quoi retourner voir Silas. Sorte de mouche papillon là, c'est c'est bizarre.
Yeah? What about him? Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away, vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead. Yourself. What's on your mind?
Après, est-ce
Yeah?
que au pire...
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, braving the wilds. Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Et ben voilà. Donc la mission normalement est finie. Ah bah non, attendez voir Silas.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a
Voilà.
freelancer. That's gonna take some
Ah bah
getting
c'est
used
fait.
to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Bah voilà, c'est bien. Et ben voilà les amis. Et oui, la vidéo va être assez courte. Comme vous voyez, on vient de finir donc la petite mission secondaire. Où on a récupéré donc les redevances des concessions. Avant de nous séparer, n'hésitez pas à commenter cette vidéo, à dire ce que vous pensez. N'hésitez pas à aller voir les vidéos précédentes sur les missions précédentes. Si vous ne l'avez pas vu, n'hésitez pas également à, j'ai envie de dire, n'oubliez surtout pas d'activer la petite cloche de notification pour rien manquer des missions futures. En attendant, je vous souhaite à tous une très bonne semaine et je vous dis à
When I was little,
bientôt.
we'd
Bye
get graders in
bye.
every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love them.